All right, I hope you've got your calculator and you're ready to go. We're going to make a scatter plot on our Inspire. So here's our example. The table shows the number of hours students spent online the day before a test and the scores then on the subsequent test. Make a scatter plot on your calculator, and the ordered pairs will be 0, 100, 0, 94, etc. So you can see it here. 0 for the number of hours, test score 100, 0, 94, 1, 98. So what we're going to do on our calculator is we're going to first, sorry about that light, but we're going to first go to home, which is this button right here, push it, and we're going to get this screen. So we're going to go then to open a new document. So I'm going to come across where it says new document and enter it. And when I do, it's going to ask me, you can't see this, but do you want to save changes? And my answer is going to be no, we don't want those old documents. So I'm going to push no unless you happen to want it. And then I get this screen here. The fourth line down will say add list and spreadsheets, and that's what we want to do. So you can go down to the fourth row and then enter it, and we get this screen right there. Then in box A, which is up here at the very top, you can see that A right there, you're going to go up to that box and you're going to type in hours. You're going to put a label in and you're going to type in hours. So I'm right there. I'm going to start typing with the H and then continue. So do that. Pause if you haven't done it and then look back. So I've got the word hours. Then I'm going to tab over to the next, to the right, and I'm going to put in that spot grade. So I'm going to pause again, and put in the word grade in that box. So now I'm going to drop down to this first box right here, and I'm going to start putting in my ordered pairs, 0, 100, 0, 94, etc. So use your down button and move it down and then to the left, and then start putting in those numbers. So pause, put those in, and then check back with me. Okay, so you've got your list entered, so you can kind of see that there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to hit Control, and we're going to add a page. You can see right there it says plus page, so you're going to hit the dock button. So Control, hit the dock button, and you get this option again, except this time we're not going to choose 4, we're going to choose 5, which says Add Data and Statistics. And we get all of our random points kind of thrown here, but they're really not plotted the way we want them plotted. They're just on there. So we're going to go down to the bottom. You're going to scroll down to the bottom, and you may have to hit on this a few times. So kind of move it around a little bit and keep hitting, because what you really want is for, I'm going to pick it up and do it, you want it to show this box right here. So notice I had to do that several times to get this to show. Now what I want to put for my horizontal variable is going to be hours. So I'm going to move this down to hours, and I'm going to push enter, and it's going to move those dots around so that they're in the correct hour position. Then I'm going to come to the side and do the same thing over here. So I'm going to come over here and scroll, click a few times. Come on, there, and then you're going to get this hours up there. I want to move it down. Oh, I don't want hours, I want grade. So I want grade this time on the vertical axis. So I'm going to hit grade, and then it's going to, now all my points are plotted. So here's my scatter plot of what I want. Now, so you want to take a look at this. How would you describe this correlation? Was our first question. Positive or negative? Yes, you're right. This is a negative correlation. It's decently strong, but it is spread out a little bit. So kind of a weakish negative correlation, we would say here. So I'm going to put just negative. And maybe I will just go ahead and put the word weakish in the front of that. Using this graph, what grade would you predict if the student spent 6 hours online? So I can see 6 hours is going to be over here somewhere on the line. It looks like maybe at that point, if I kept, he's kind of going below the 50s. So my prediction might be a 48. You know, everybody's going to predict something different there. So what might a trend line, for example, 1 look like? Well, it might look like this. I'm going to kind of start here. and kind of come down right there, something along those lines, and maybe I want to end up with a 5. So it might look like that. I could actually do some y equal mx plus b and come with that, but I'm going to do that later. So go to the next video.